Welcome. Uh, Today, I will be talking to you about New Hanover County and its roadmap and its travel into economic development in the future and how this will affect our children and the needs that we have at or in New Hanover County. We are looking at the 2016 Roadmap of Need, and this is published yearly by the Public School Forum of North Carolina. It's Center for After School Programs, also known as NCCAP. This roadmap shows where we are as a county, where we need to be, what we need to maintain, and what needs to improve to reach a better economic future. First of all, where does New Hanover County get its wealth, and where does that money come from? And it comes from taxes and from the property tax base. And New Hanover County is likely one of the upper quartile counties as far as money. We rank 13th in the state out of 100 counties, and the adjusted property base per student is around $1 million, and it's $1,168,000 to be exact. Now, how much do we spend per student? When we look at it, the state average for each county is $1,500, and New Hanover County ranks 7th in money spent per student. Each student, as the state or the county that is, spends about $2,500 per student. When we look at the health indicators for New Hanover County, teen pregnancy, there are 32.7 cases per 1,000 students. The number of physicians for 10,000 or per 10,000 individuals or community members is 32.27. There are 3.86 child fatalities per 10,000. The child food insecurities is 24, you might as well say 25%. So 1 in 4 children in New Hanover County face a food insecurity, and childhood obesity is at 12.6%, or 1 out of 8 children in our county are obese. When we look at how this ranks among the states, we see that the overall health is 1. We are number 1 in health. We rank 10th in teen pregnancy, and in this, the lower the number, the better. So there's only 9 other counties that have a better teen pregnancy rate than we do. We rank 6th in the amount of physicians we have per 10,000. We rank 27th in child fatalities. When you look at 3 fatalities per 10,000, I thought that was a low number, and it's almost in the first quartile in the state. Child food insecurities is at 20%, or we rank 20th in that. And childhood obesity, we ranked 16th. Our average health ranking was 15.8, and it was the best in the state. However, our youth behavior and safety data, we didn't do as well. We have 20 juvenile delinquents per 1,000, 132 suspensions in the school system per 1,000 students. Juvenile detention rate is 2.25, and children in DSS custody per 1,000 is 11.69. The child abuse and neglect rate per 1,000 is at 18.63, and I felt that was very high for our county. When we look at where that puts us, it puts us at an overall ranking of 82nd out of 100 counties. Not good at all, not good at all. Our biggest weaknesses were in children in DSS custody and in child abuse. Juvenile delinquency rates and right at the halfway point at 41. Short-term suspensions, we were in that 3rd quartile. And these numbers are something we need to work on. To have the money we have, to have the health we have, we shouldn't have a ranking of 82. When we look at our educational data, though, it improved again. The graduation rate is at 81%. Our third grade reading proficiency, or students in the third grade reading at a proficient level, is at 65.5%. Our students at showing Math 1 proficiency was at 66%. Our ACT score is at 19, and we met 85% of the targets required by the state. When we look at that ranking, it comes to an overall ranking of 14th in the state. Graduation rate at 80% was the number that brought us down. We were 16th in proficiency for math and reading. Our ACT composite score was at a 7, and we were 14th in the targets we met. If we can improve graduation rate, we can improve that overall educational ranking. When we look at our economic development data, the average household makes $47,000, where 23% of our children live in poverty. We have an unemployment rate at below 6%. 37% of adults in New Hanover County have at least a bachelor's degree, and 38% of our children live in a single-parent household. This ranking puts us at an overall economic development ranking at 18th in the state. Our household development is at 19. Our percentage of children living in poverty was 25. Our unemployment rate was 18. Adults with at least a bachelor's degree were in the top 10. Children living in a single parent household, we are at 57 out of the 100 counties, and the average economic development ranking was a score of 25, and that put us in at number 18 for the overall rank. When we look at all the information in the data, one of the pros we first see is that we were first in overall health. However, when we look at the overall youth behavior, we were at 82nd, and this is the lowest quartile, which means 18 counties were below us. When we look at our educational rank is 14th overall. That's good, but when we look at our graduation rate, it was poor, and that graduation rate again was one of the reasons we dropped. In economic development, we were 18th. However, 1 out of every 4 children in the school systems is living in poverty. And to have such a high number in economic development, you'd think that that number would be lower. Now, what does this mean? Overall, we ranked 14th out of the 100 counties in North Carolina. So when ranking the 100 counties in all of this data, we came in at 14th. So what? Well, the main reason that education drives local economic development is that the overall skill level of the local labor force is one of the key drivers of local job growth and wage growth. If workers get better skills, this not only benefits the workers, but also increases the employment rates and wage rates of everyone else in that economy. The student education is driven by multiple factors, and some of those factors were included in this NCCAP study. Again, the roadmap shows where we are, where we need to be, what we need to maintain, and what improvements are required. So if we can work on these, if we can improve these numbers, we can improve our students and give them better skills, which can improve that economy. How does this affect our curriculum development and the delivery of instruction? We have to know our audience. In New Hanover County, we have a 1 in 4 rate of poverty for all of our children. If a school district serves a high percentage of students that are in poverty, we can't teach them until we feed them and give them a comfortable environment. Some schools in our county provide free breakfast and lunch to all students due to the at-risk population they serve. The school I work at is one of those schools. kids don't learn when they're cold and they're hungry? And how can we get their skill set improved when they just want to be warm and that's all they can think about? The proper development of a curriculum that supports the students we serve will improve the economic outlook for our learners in the future. Again, we can't ignore what we're given. This NCCAP information, this roadmap of the counties and our needs is something we should be looking at, because if we know where we're weak, we can work on it. If we know where we're strong, we can maintain that. And the works cited were the North Carolina Center for After School Programs, the Roadmap of Need, and also Bartik and NYIB. Education is important to the economy. Thank you for this time.